The eye is glowing again. Phew, that took a while. You know, Ellie, you're looking a lot less pale this time around. I suppose it does help having Reese here with us. Well, it's only natural you'd feel safe in the presence of a sister from the Septian Church. Yeah, this was a place of worship like any other back in the day. And now it's stained in blood. Who could have guessed? Then again, with a cutie like her around, I've already got the answer to all of my prayers. That was forced at best. Reese, did you just notice something? This crest on the floor caught my eye. I see what you did there. Isn't it the same one that belonged to that cult? Oh, so you know about them. You're right. I think they used this crest back in the Middle Ages. It presumably played a role in the bloody rituals they conducted. Reminds me of what happened to us the last time we were in here. The bell rang all on its own, and a devil spawned right on top of that crest. Thank you, Randy, for speaking that into existence. Don't tell me. Huh. I sense an exceptionally wicked presence. What do we got? Oh, it's this thing. Not again. Dang, speak of the devil. Never felt this literal. Me and my big mouth. Exercise caution. Its spiritual energy far exceeds that of the one we faced previously. Here it comes. The devil is casting an art. No. Okay, you just shoot it. Archdevil. It's got 15k experience, HP. Of course it's weak to space, the one thing I don't really have. A dream devil that slowly corrupts people. A single swing of its claws terrifies foes, and it drops a burst orb, so I will get another burst orb from it. Interesting. Okay, go punch it. Ow. Okay. I can photon shot. That's something. What can you do? Just shoot it. I want to keep your CP up. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll use Randy this time, I think. Because it's only one enemy, so it doesn't really matter. And Randy's right next to it, so this time we actually can use Randy. Not bad damage. Oh, crap. Oh, I was too late. Rip. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, why not? Man, I was just a little bit too late. You can heal yourself. Great. is it not dead yet? There we go. We pulled it off somehow. Come on. We're the best in the business. It never stood a chance. I recognize a bluff when I hear one. Wait, don't start breathing easy just yet. Oh? We go again? Oh, and it has friends. We couldn't even keep the first one down, and now there's more? These fiends, they must be members of the undead. Permanently vanquishing them might not be possible with the weapons and arts we currently have at our disposal. That can't be. Dang, what a pain in the butt. That's what Reese is here for. Well, we'd better find out how to take them down with what we've got, or else. Pull back for now, Reese. Just stay between us, and we'll make sure to keep you safe, no matter what. Actually, that won't be necessary. Where was she hiding that? Huh? Fly, Infinity Sparrows. Dude, does her sword, like, break into pieces to do that? That's so awesome. The heck? She eliminated those fiends in no more than a few seconds. And now the final touch. Whoa. She's purifying them. Lloyd, that magic circle just now. Yeah. It was like the one Father Kevin used at the Altair Lodge. Reese, does this mean you're... I take that to mean you didn't tell them about my true identity, Ellie? No, I've kept quiet about it. It didn't seem like the kind of information I should share. I appreciate that. I believe the Archbishop already has his suspicions about this. But the truth is, I belong to a secret order within the church. The Grossritter. It's a sect within the Congregation for the Sacraments, tasked with the collection of artifacts. The Grossritter? That's the same order Father Kevin belongs to. You must be referring to Kevin Graham, correct? It just so happens that I'm one of the squires working under him. The original plan was for him to come to Crossbell and conduct an investigation into what's going on behind the scenes. But the Archbishop would have never allowed him to set foot into the cathedral, so I came in his place. I do recall him mentioning the Archbishop's vendetta. That would explain why you're here. This situation with the Moon Temple is just one of the many things you're delving into. Man, though, sounds like the church ain't such a big happy family behind the stained glass. No, shameful as it is to admit. I'm going to make my way into the belfry to continue my investigation. If you'd like to know more, then I invite you to follow me. I would be interested in hearing your thoughts on things as well. That sounds like a wise course of action. The longer we remain here, the greater our possibility of encountering another fiend. Agreed. Let's head to the belfry. This must be the bell that was mentioned in the report. It looks almost identical to the one in Central Square. The bell's resonance produces an otherworldly aura of sorts that surrounds the entire temple. I wonder if the one in Crossbell is capable of doing this. That'd be really unfortunate. That would seem to be the cause of the spirits we encountered. Last time, Randy, Noelle, and I were able to stop it from ringing by force, and it wasn't easy. Doing so caused that peculiar aura to disappear, but thinking back on it, something doesn't add up. Right. How would a bell this huge even start ringing by itself in the first place? Maybe someone did it on purpose after all. Perhaps. Intentional or not, let's not wait around for it to start summoning more fiends. We can talk about this more after we stop the bell from resonating. Randy, Lazy, mind helping me out? I hate to get my hands dirty, but if you insist, brute force it is. Stop complaining and get to it. Please wait. Physical contact is far from the safest course of action here. Step away from the bell, if you would. What? She literally said this is what she's here for, Lloyd. Just let her do her thing. That should suffice. Reese, did you just... Yes, I used a technique passed down in the church to seal away the magic. Supporting that, the presence of the higher elements has vanished from the surrounding area. It's safe to assume the fiends have disappeared along with it. Not to mention our time in the spotlights. Not bad, Reese. Oh, I wouldn't say that. You're the reason I managed to get this far. And for that, you have my deepest gratitude. Thank you, everyone. I believe this should conclude our investigation into the fiends. It's been a pleasure, Reese. You've bailed us out a lot today. I'll say. Besides, for a cutie like you, sister, I'd have gone to Gehenna and back. I appreciate that. Why do I bother? That's a good question, Randy. Why do you bother? You're tired. You tried. Pay him no mind, Reese. This one has trouble knowing when to keep his mouth shut. Changing the subject. Shall we accompany Reese back to the cathedral? That shouldn't be a problem. The SSS Mobile isn't parked too far away. Yes, this time I did actually take the car with me. You're not wrong. We wouldn't want to impose, though. What do you think, Reese? It would be rude of me to pass up such a kind offer. Not to mention I've worked up quite an appetite. The sooner I can get back to Sister Juju's cookies, the better. Then we'd better not waste any time. Let's go. Who's the Campanella? Of course it's Campanella. The girls return the special support section. Now there's an amusing collaboration. Why is it still saying boy? We know his name. They didn't do half bad in our fun little game of Palm Party yesterday either. No plan is complete without some key players, but just how much will they figure into ours, I wonder. I always love having something new to look forward to. Try not to slip up, everyone. This would have been a very unfortunate side quest, or hidden quest, to have missed. Flourish snap. Afterward, the SSS escorted Reese back to Crossbell Cathedral in their orbital car. Thank you for going out of your way to drive me back, everyone. It's not out of our way. We had to come back to the city at some point, and this is in that direction. It was such a smooth ride that I couldn't help but enjoy myself. Glad to hear it. By the way, Reese, not to pry, but have you told anyone at the cathedral that you're in the Gralsritter? Strictly speaking, no. That said, I'm sure Archbishop Aralda has his suspicions. But as long as I keep a low profile, I should be fine. Sounds like being in the church ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Keep yourself safe, okay, Reese? And try not to stress yourself out too much. Your lovely complexion will thank you for it. Of course, you don't have anything to be concerned about. If I ever need another helping hand, I will be sure to let you all know. Same here. All right, we should get going ourselves. Roger that. Actually, I want to see if I can speak to her in here now. She's not in here. Is she in here? She is. You're late, Sister Reese. Did something happen? And your habit, it's stained, dear. Please excuse my tardiness, Sister Marble. I tripped and fell on my way back to the cathedral. Oh, Reese, I never would have guessed you to be so clumsy. I know you're young, but do take care not to overextend yourself. Of course. Thank you for your concern, Sister Marble. I think I ought to go and get changed now. Nothing gets by Sister Marble. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew exactly what happened. Thank you again for today. I'll be sure to call the SSS if I ever need your help again. I know Reese can't help what she does in her line of work, but my advice for her is the same as it is for all of you SSS. Don't burn the candle at both ends, alright? I'll do what I want. Okay. Now I want to progress the story, and we will fish after we've progressed the story a little bit. Okay, I'll fish here, and then we'll progress the story. Because we're already here. And it's just going to be with the new rod. The deluxe dumplings. What'd we get? Another gladiator. I don't need gladiators. A carp. I don't think I needed a carp. What does a snow crab get me? Another carp. Wasteful. Okay. We accomplished nothing. Let's rest at the SSS. And then I think to progress the story, I just have to go to Orcus Tower, I would assume. I don't have a main thing. Oh, it's up here. Today's the trade conference's main session. Let's knock out support requests, blah, 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 before heading to Orcus Tower. Okay. But first, pay me for my services. I imagine I would have gotten bonus DP if I hadn't let her get hit, but here we are. In a world where that unfortunately didn't happen. To Orcus Tower then. I could see the tower clearly from my seat last night before landing at the airport, and yet it appears even grander up close. That's exactly how we felt yesterday. Crossbell's really put itself on the map with this one. Yeah, but don't you think it's a little too big? I mean, what are they even gonna use all those floors for? The old City Hall building's like a dollhouse compared to this, and it did the job just fine. True, but the tower features more than just governmental facilities alone. In addition to housing the administrations of the city and state, there are floors dedicated to international trade and cultural exchange. You could say the aim was to make Orcus Tower the center of Western Zemuria itself. Dang. Talk about shooting for the moon. Makes sense when you think about it. That's why they're hosting this trade conference as their first major event. Don't forget, this building's completion is going to lead to even more financial and information capital flowing into Crossbell. That'll be a handy bargaining chip when they're discussing new trade agreements, I imagine. Yes, from what I've heard. Though the potential benefits might not be limited to just economic gain. Anyway, what do you all want to do? We're scheduled to meet Dudley on the first floor at noon. It's not even noon. Of course, but we do still have some time before then. What time do I wake up in the morning that I was able to do that whole doll thing from last time and all of this crap today before noon. All right, how's about we take care of any unfinished business and prep work in the meantime? We don't want to be in a bind if it hits the fan this afternoon. Good points. It's not like we'll be able to leave once the conference is underway. Very well. Let us make sure to tie up any loose ends before we enter. I mean, as long as Crossbell doesn't burn down and I'm still able to fish and do the fishing challenges after all of this, I don't think it matters. But barring that, we finally reached the day of the main conference session. My nerves are starting to get the better of me. I need to calm down. Although I never did find Grim, wherever he is. He could be literally anywhere. Good afternoon, SSS. Nothing unusual to report here in the plaza. Another new reporter. Wow. Even from all the way up close, I can barely believe my eyes. I've never seen anything like this. Not even the tetracyclic towers compare. I don't know what that is. I'm going to save here, though. And if Crossbell ceases to exist after this trade conference, we can come back here and fish. Yep.